My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, or see them yopo.
Of this, more dangerous than even what we are witnessing. Yet the NPP government does not care. Anything a man because say the issue of Volta region a deliberate. It's a deliberate wipe off of the Volta region, some part of it, because the idea and they say before election 2024, no, they will do another one. Now, so we should the aftermath will be more dangerous than what we are witnessing, because right now they say insurance status area at the area for cholera and the different kinds of diseases, because these people don't have anywhere to go. They will have to live with this thing that is spreading. You want to for toilet a breaky a mixy in show way, different hospitals, different homes, toilet latrines, public toilets near the idea in shona mixes in their homes. And mixes so it is not like the water just draining. And I say in so area, it will live behind diseases. A beja inka, a beja yare. Let me tell you, as we speak, the Volta region, basically, the government is supposed to declare that place as this situation, a state of emergency. Now, you to me, how we are going to solve this thing in the long term. This is not like we are waiting for the water to drain. This is something after a day when it will live behind crazy sicknesses. She say KVIP in so way after KVIP room across whatever is in it out. I mix it in so way. Imagine mortuary in so way and there are pictures of mortuaries and videos of mortuaries in so way. Mr. S, I think you sent me one of them. Now I know the pictures, the videos, I'll try and show the one that does not show the inside the morgue, but I'll try and show the one that is outside the morgue. I just say, now we study the way this government has ignored the Volta region. I know we say na Akuffo Addo sa aziza we ono cap muni awuni free and I say you want to say ni pasa. Because from the way he's seeing these things, and I said the way this government is basically seeing this problem, now, there are places to say, besides, where is that one? Yes, this is a mortuary, a what, a memoir in so akom morgue, in so akom mortuary, as we speak, like a young drainy, and where just one. We're a mortuary. And a president goes to the Volta region, and all that he had to do was to tell them that you don't vote for me, and they don't care about this emergency. The people who are now living at Mepe, Sugakope, and all, it wasn't their fault. It was the government that opened that dam, and there are people who are supposed to make sure that before dam, you be a dam, at least there is some forced evacuation, whether the people like it or not, because. Even in Mremuno, background at the end of the day, I want about Ghana, Ghana buying and I buying the property. And it's a do in Pennsylvania, to me, Kasama woman back, and I can take the life of my kid. Because the moment about Accra or Ghana, it is the property of the Republic of Ghana. And when it comes to opening dams or spillages, the government needs to make sure, say, more that area, it is forced evacuation. It is not like telling them, say, you have to evacuate softly. No, you need to tell them that as much as baby we are about to open a dam, it can cause death. So it is by force. Every single person over this catchment area, you need to move. But the government failed to do it. Akuffo Addo's government failed to do it. They deliberately opened this dam to wipe people out. Into the intensity. We are talking about electrical substations. As we speak, baby in Kenya electricity generators and the transformers, this water has washed it away. And when you look at videos like these,
Oi, ma, engineers on Malatome, we are not watching machines. The head of his OCK.
Now, when you watch these kind of videos, Ubusa will say, is there a government? Otuaba, is there a government that can protect you at serious moments like these? There's no government. Nobody's protecting anybody. Now, the say, you have institutions, you have government agencies. It is their core responsibility. Some make sure say lives are saved. Even when the people who are going to be saved are not interested in being saved, it is the responsibility of those institutions and the government to make sure lives are saved. But a whole agency, it is say NADMO. And NADMO comes out with a statement and they said, we should have done a compulsory evacuation ahead of Akuffo Dam spillage. NADMO was say, Nanka was say, almost force compulsory evacuation. So NADMO for to make us then it means to say the head of NADMO and every person who is in charge of NADMO, they need to be fired. Because compulsory evacuation was on the table. So because Nanka was somewhere here, you should have done it. Then you know that was on the table. Especially when the spillage you were about to do from Akuffo is one of the highest or biggest or strongest spillages. And I said, damn, so it means to say you knew the right thing, you were supposed to do the right thing, and you neglected doing the right thing. So somebody or some people are supposed to face the consequences. Because this spillage now Sogakope and in the Volta region, so spillage will be the amount of money Akuffo or VRA will be paying people as compensation. And I'm very sure all those people living down there, our buildings have not been insured. So we get away with a lot of things. People, today the insurance companies will not be paying them. But so uko Germany, uko UK, uko America, before you open such a dam, say you will make sure say every property that has been insured, you make sure say that job, the procedure has been followed. These people who opened the dam, they didn't care whether somebody would die or not, because NADMO is telling us say they had an option of forcing evacuation on the people. And that means it was on the table. That means that Obi neglected, Obi deliberately decided not to force them to evacuate. Nipa. When people live at a particular place and they have their properties there, it is difficult for you to tell them that they should leave their homes, leave their property because some water is coming. You have to force them because it is the responsibility of the government to protect lives. And at that point, you send soldiers there, you peacefully make sure to let them understand that it is not your will, it is the will of the government to make sure your life is protected. So by force, you people will have to leave. Move whatever you can move with you, or take whatever you can take with you, but you cannot take your house, you cannot take your car. If you want to drive away, fine, but your life is more important to the government. And the United States government is trying everything possible to move every American who is in the middle of the Israel-Palestinian war. Why? Their priority is to get their citizens out. If you are an American in Israel or in the Palestinian territories, because it is the responsibility of the government to protect its citizens. And that is finito. You don't have to argue about it. And for NADMO to come out and say, yes, we should, then it means they had that option. If that option was on the table and somebody decided to still go ahead and open the dams, then it means it was a deliberate act. And it means people deliberately decided to destroy lives and they have to pay. So, Semi, if I'm a resident of Sogakope, Mepe, and all those places that were affected, my property was destroyed, we will come together as a unit and sue Akuffo. Every single member who has been affected, every single person, if you're a member of parliament in that place, and at that place, you need to make sure you have started putting names together. You have started making sure everyone who was affected, you put them on the document for them to put an action, a legal action against VRA and Akosombo, because at the end of the day, they had an option on the table. So they will have to come out and compensate to the point whereby every single person who lost a penny is compensated. They cannot just say, we had to open the dam. Nobody cares. You had options. We too, we are citizens. That is our land. It is not our fault for Akosombo to be there. Akosombo was built by the government. The Akosombo, whatever is being run by the government. It is the responsibility of the government to protect me and protect my property. So if I'm an MP, if I'm an MP in the Volta region and my constituency was affected, start gathering names, people, property, and sue Akosombo, sue NADMO, sue the government. Let them understand that before they open that thing, they need to make sure the precautionary measures have been taken. So a class action is important. It is very important, because unless you people, if the MPs fail to do that, you people should vote against the MPs. Sir, mattress, cigarettes, any more one bag, it cannot sustain you people. It wasn't your fault. If it had rained for you people to be flooded, that was a natural cause. This was a man-made cause. This was created by men who neglected their core responsibility. A class action is very important, because it's only a class action that can get the people whatever they have lost. Now, the question goes back or comes back to us. How stupid can we be? When was Akosombo built? So you want to tell me that from where Akosombo is all the way to Adenta or Accra Central or Accra, let's say that, you want to tell me, say, Gigimm to the point, say, from the time Kwame Nkrumah built Akosombo, and this dam has been spilling for years. When you look at the amount of water that was coming out from the dam, and you look at the amount of water that is even left behind, you ask yourself, we black people, we Ghanaians, do we even think for once? When are we going to sit down and start reasoning? We live in a country where when you go to the capital city, people are not getting water in their taps. We are not getting frequent water flows in our various homes. People need water to do different things in Ghana, in and around a water region, in and around a Greater Accra region. It goes all the way to Ada and all those places. People can get fresh drinking water. So what are we supposed to do? If we know this is what is going to happen, and if this is what happens every time, why are we not having a plan B? Why can't you redirect this water back? Because from Accra all the way to Akosombo, we can build 7 different dams. 7 different dams that links to each other. This water you are seeing, it is fresh water. And those 7 different dams, they are linked to each other and linked to Akosombo. Every time we want to empty the dam, this fresh water should go through some very huge turbines that will basically go back to fill these dams. Because if you have 7 dams connecting itself all the way to Accra, what it's going to do is this dam gets full, the water keeps coming, it transfers to the next dam, it transfers to the next dam. The people at Akosombo, the amount of gallons of water they spill in every year or given time. So if we build 7 dams that are connected to each other with serious turbines, now when you are spilling, it goes straight into those dams that link itself to Accra. I don't care. Now what is going to happen is, when those dams get the water, and then so basically you have 7 dams. The dam 1 is close to Accra. Dam 2 comes. Dam 3 comes. Dam 7 is close to Akosombo. Now when you spill Akosombo, what happens is the turbines, the water all direct to dam 7. When dam 7 gets full, it is going to also lead to dam 6. Now dam 6 gets full, it opens up another channel. It goes to dam 5. Dam 5 opens another channel to dam 4. Now you are getting the water closer to the Greater Accra, and these are water that can be consumed. It can be used for different kinds of things. By the time the water gets to dam 1, which is closer to Accra, now we know that the Ghana Water Company can basically be making sure that these waters are being utilized very well. Now we sit in Ghana every single day, we are opening this fresh water and it is destroying lives, and at the end of the day, the water will turn into poison. So you want to tell me redirecting this water from Akosombo into different communities or even into something else, irrigation farming or something. We cannot do. And every single year we sit here and we open and they destroy lives. We open. Ojes Akwesi Broni nanko or spell dam way. Since Kwame Nkrumah time and Ekunipa, Akwesi Broni will still be spelling dam. Do you think white man will still be spilling down to destroy lives? We would have come up with a planner. Those waters, that fresh water will be used efficiently. How stupid can we be? And we sit in Ghana, not Jimmy Forever John said, they will choose Ghana card over infrastructure. They will choose Ghana card over a third world country that needs things like this. Near to Ghana, near Jimmy said, Bawumia ni Minyansa, MPP ni Minyansa, Akuffo Addo ni Minyansa, the damn some cars will be in the crowd back way. We could have linked this to different places. We can't keep spilling fresh water and at the end of the day, it keeps killing our own people. We could have used this. How much is creating Tien and Kwasiakika and Obiako Tech and Obiako Legon and Okosia Engineering? That kind of nonsense. We could have invested the National Cathedral money into this and we could have solved it. $500 million. We can have turbines, big turbines that will leak from Akosombo all the way back to Accra. We can build 7 dams which follows each other and will be supplying the people in and around Accra with fresh drinking water. Yeah, Jimmy, we don't want to sink. We don't want to think. Yet Tiana and Kwasia suit and the Jimmy Fobico and Nomakosia and Kwasia Brofo. No more than Nangana can Kwasia Brofo TV so Adaya, Modia Mokachi, Modia Motia Broche, and Amodia, Mompe, Moya Mema Momragana, Namo Jimo Ghana, Yambra Meding.
Dedi Kama, Mamena Pendream TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, Pendream TV.